Yes, Mrs. Hill. Yes, I understand. No, I didn't realize. No, I didn't realize that the National Association of Horse Practitioners bought so much wine. No, I will be at the Saratoga conference. No, you can apologize on my behalf to your members. I didn't understand what was going on. Well, now I know how untied the horse industry is to winemaking. I didn't know before. Yes. 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 Okay. Well, I'll see you at the Saratoga conference. Right. No, give my best to your horse. Okay. Okay, thanks. Howdy, partners, and welcome back to Horse Wine Sommelier. I'm your rootin' tootin' host, Luke, and today we have another horse-themed wine to review. Today we are reviewing Chateau Ste. Michel's Horse Heaven Vineyards Horse Heaven Hills Sauvignon Blanc. Now, it's been a little bit on the show since we've reviewed a horse-themed wine, and that's a real crime because horses and wine are two things that go together. I was recently enlightened to just how intertwined the horse and wine markets are. Apparently, horses are often themed at young girls who then grow up to become horse girls, who then grow up to buy a lot of wine. So criticizing horse wine as a sommelier is bad for business, let's just say. But we are, of course, maintaining my integrity. I am not compromised. The National Association of Equine Practitioners did not pay me $25,000 to do this episode, nor did they pay me to say that horse wines are actually good and people that ride horses should drink horse-themed wine. I have not been paid to say any of that. I am saying that because I am the rootin' tootin' horse wine sommelier, and I am happy to say it because I believe it. So as I said today, our wine is a Chateau Ste. Michel Sauvignon Blanc. Chateau Ste. Michel Sauvignon Blanc. There's a lot of sort of alliteration there. Sauvignon Blanc, for those that don't know, is a green-skinned grape variety that originates from the city of Bordeaux in France. This, of course, is from the Horse Heaven Hills in Washington State, not from France. And the grape most likely gets its name from the French words sauvage and blanc, or wild and white. Wild white, much like your host. Due to its early origins as an indigenous grape in southwest France, and depending on climate, the flavor can range from aggressively grassy to sweetly tropical. In cooler climates, the grape has a tendency to produce wines with notable acidity and green flavors of grass, green bell peppers, and nettles, with some tropical fruits like passion fruit, and florals such as elderflower notes. So, Washington is a bit of a cooler climate compared to where other Sauvignon Blancs can grow, so we're going to assume that those are going to be some of the flavor notes we're going to be looking for today. A little bit about Chateau Ste. Michel Horse Heaven Vineyard Horse Heaven Hills Sauvignon Blanc. I bought this bottle at Costco for $12, which is a great deal. Costco usually has a wonderful and large wine selection. The Horse Heaven Hills are found in southern Washington State. They were discovered by not Christopher Columbus, Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark discovered the Horse Heaven Hills. They're a part of the Columbia Basin, and they're very popular with wineries. Sort of that southern Washington region. The Horse Heaven Hills are popular for that wine producing. That viticulture is apparently good in the Horse Heaven Hills. Maybe it's all the pee from the horses. Chateau Ste. Michel, that is the winery. It was first cultivated wine there in 1967. And so this is their ad copy on their website. For many, knowing the history and background of the wine inside the glass isn't of the utmost importance. It is for us. But by coming here, their website, you're telling us you'd like to know a little bit more about who we are and what we're all about. At Chateau Ste. Michel, our award-winning wines interweave with our rich heritage to create a wine experience you'll never forget. One thing I'm surely not going to forget is their strange bottle design, where the saint in the Chateau Ste. Michel is like awkwardly placed above it. So it looks like Saint Chateau Michel, which wouldn't make any sense and is of course not the name of the winery. So it's bad wine design. And like I said, they first grew wine there in 1967. Little known historical fact, the Tet Offensive in Vietnam in January 1968 was largely a diversionary attack by the Vietnamese on South Vietnam. But the real aim of the offensive was to disrupt wine production in southern Washington State. they completely failed. Their swift boats were not able to cross the Pacific Ocean. It was a horrible disaster. And the offensive generally failed. The distraction offensive generally failed as well. The Chateau Ste. Michelle Winery is also a popular concert venue. Popular in the sense that they have a lot of concerts there, not popular in the sense that it's a good experience. Here's one angry customer. This venue has gone downhill. They stop selling wine at concerts when the main act starts, around 8 p.m. The food booths close as well. No wonder they lose millions of dollars a year and plan on developing this venue with townhouses and other developments that should not be built on an old winery that has been here for a long time. Poor management decisions will be the end of a beautiful winery. Wow, that's a pretty scathing review of the concert venue there. I wouldn't go to the concert venue there. We're going to see if their wine's any good, but their concert venue sounds like a bad place. It's one of these places, you know, you run into this when you go to a friend's wedding, and the friend paid like $4 for their venue. Those are the good ones. The bad ones is like where they paid like $40,000 for the venue, and you have staff running around all the time coming up with rules. You can't bring in outside liquor. You can't smoke inside. You have to go outside to smoke. Oh, you can't lift him up on a chair. That's dangerous. Oh, we have a liability insurance. You can't do that. It's so dangerous. Why are you trying to? The bar's closed during speeches. You know these places. It's a great way to ruin an event is in introducing rules. Okay, rules belong in civil society, not at wedding venues when your friends are trying to drink. So that's just something to remember. So the bottle copy, ad copy reads, warmed by the sun and refreshed by the Columbia River, the south-facing slopes of our Horse Heaven vineyard produce fruit with grapefruit and honeysuckle aromas and flavors that balance beautifully with the refreshing acidity. So we're going to open up our bottle here. We have our patented wine bottle foil remover. Let's get this up on the top here. And very lucky today for us, this is a corked wine, so we get to use our very awesome Swedish wine pump. So we'll get that penetrated. I want you to have a full view of the action here. We'll just slam that one down in there. Horse Heaven Hills. Everything in the West is like horse themed. I understand those were like important for like transportation and agriculture and stuff. Horses were. Wow, that's a great bottle noise. But it's just so tired. Oh, West. Horse. Out West. Horses. Cowboy hats. Cowboy boots. Mexicans. We're in the West. We're going to lasso a couple steers. We're going to go brand some calves. We're going to go be a rootin' tootin' shootin' cowboy. It's like it's been done. Find something new. Also, Chateau Ste. Michelle. You're not in France. Name your wine. Name it the Rootin' Tootin' Cowboy Ranch Winery with the Horse Heaven Hills, and the horses are going to heaven here in our hills because they're done drinking our wine because can't get done enough because it's so darn good. You know, Chateau Ste. Michelle. It's so pretentious. Let's see if it's any good. We'll pour this in. Just a moderate amount in the glass, right? Because we're reviewing wines. This is a sommelier show, so we only need a moderate amount to get the flavor of the wine. Let's do the smell test here. This is out of the bottle. That was enough smell. Well, it smells like grass. It smells like wet grass. It's not really a good smell. It's a bit more winey in the glass. It's a bit more wet grass in the bottle, but it's a bit more white wine in the glass. So let's get a taste here. Getting the acidity there, definitely. No grapefruit, definitely no honeysuckle, definitely a lot of acidity. It mostly tastes acidic. That would be first flavor note acid, second flavor note little less acid, third flavor note just a bit of acid. So maybe we'll give that one another shot. Again, this is $12 at Costco. That's tough. That is tough to drink. I'm really not getting any flavor notes besides acid. Maybe it could be a bit cooler. It was in the fridge for about 5 hours. I don't know if anything colder is going to help it. It's just like an acidy wine. So picture yourself, right? You're standing in the Horse Heaven Hills, right? And some giant black stallion saunters up to you, running through the fields. He saunters up, and you have a glass. You have a glass in your hand, and the horse. There's some rocks. I'm setting the scene. There's also some rocks. You're holding the glass. The horse saunters up, and you hold out your glass. You're standing in the Horse Heaven Hills in southern Washington State, and the giant stallion is mounted up on these rocks, and he pees in your glass. That is what this wine tastes like. I could not recommend this wine. I'm going to say it's undrinkable, especially at $12. Buy something else. Once again, horse wines, stay losing. They are horrible. If you see the word horse on a bottle of wine, do not buy it. Horse wine is bad wine. It tastes bad. The branding's bad. Horse Heaven Hills, freaking Horse Piss Hills. That's what they should rename the hills to. This has been the Budget Sommelier. Thank you again for tuning in. Special Friday episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below what wines you'd like to see us review next, and make sure to tune in next time when we review another wine that won't break the bank.